So this is Dr. B.
Start.
Yeah, we're the Mentally Strong YouTube channel, and we are interviewing the nominees for the Mentally Strong Award. And I have Samantha Millar, and actually one of her employees nominated her as Mentally Strong. So you must be really demonstrating mental strength to your employees. So tell us a little bit about maybe some of the hardships that you've been through that you've been able to overcome.
When I first started with Cumulus, it was just radio only. And I met Sarada, who actually nominated me. She was one of my coworkers, and she also had this awesome show, which I'm sure you've been on before, called Our Town. She just was always, involving the community and whatnot. And so with our clients, we integrated digital about 3 years ago, and I was able to become the digital sales manager. And so I had to create that position. Sarada decided to change her mentality to let's do sales only in digital for the most of my book of business. And not only because of her, she's really helped me grow on top of that, which is kind of funny because she's the one that nominated me. But I'm just always one to let's try to do everything and anything for the client. And I get the clients, like Sarada always said too, is like, I get the clients that are a little bit more hard to work with, in a nice way.
Yeah.
Because I
have some of those in my field too.
Yeah. I'm always up, to have a challenge, be with my team. And so I just really take that to heart. Like, my clients are part of my family, I guess, because we always call it partnership. So I guess I give a little bit more of a bigger heart where I'm like, no, don't stop yet. Hold on, wait a second.
Well, that's one of my things in mental strength, is really never giving up. And I hear that that's what you're saying. It's like, so, and then, working and actually creating your own position, you're almost like what we call an entrepreneur, right? You're within this organization, but you really have created your own thing. And then balancing that with real life problems. I hear you've struggled with some things you've had, and how do you just keep that balance?
I think a little bit of having the struggles at home and then having that drive to work. Like a lot of employees always say, like, I'm 9 to 5, Samantha's 24 hours, because it's mostly the family support, and then just having some really good, whole grounded. I only have a handful of people that I could say I could rely on. And so figuring out who those people are and leaning on them when you need them, because granted, I'm not the perfect person, and I've been down a road where I wasn't okay, and I didn't want to get to that place to where, the other option is not an option for me.
Right.
I have to be here for my kids. And so I have to figure out a balance. And do I have my bad days? Yes. But do I have my good days? Of course. And it's just enjoying the moments that we have, and just seeing my kids just be super strong and supportive. Like,
that maybe you struggled with some depression or anxiety. Do you feel comfortable sharing that and how you find strength in that?
But I went through those struggles. I had to lean on therapists. I went to counseling.
Okay. Which we should not be ashamed of, right? We should be, absolutely.
I've been in counseling. I've done it all. I've been on anti-anxiety medication. Like, I don't want to ever get to that place to where my kids don't have me, but I have been drawn to that place because of, actions that have happened through life and in different situations with death and fighting and relationships and, kids being kids, going through their whole teenage years, and having a blended family with stepkids and my kids and all of that. So it has been a challenge, but I constantly lean on, also faith.
Yeah.
So.
And that's one thing here at Mentally Strong. We really try to not ignore the spiritual health. So I wanted to end with this. If there's somebody watching that maybe is thinking about hurting themselves, really depressed, not seeking help yet, what would you tell
them? Don't give up, because you're almost there. And the moment that you're almost there and you turn back, you understand and you're like, so blessed that you didn't do it. Because I've been there. Sorry.
No, and it's real. And I really, you know, I think that if we're honest with each other, a lot of us get to that point. Like it's just, it feels like it's too much. And, but, you know, I hear you saying never give up.
That's why family is just so important. You want to always push your family away during times like that. And that's when your family saves you. I mean, my mom and dad have saved me a few times, but the last few times my son's always been here, just like, what are you doing? I need you, Mom. Dad's gone. I need you. And I'm like, you know what? You're right. What am I doing? I need to be here for you guys. So it's just, sometimes financial gets overwhelming. Life situations get overwhelming. Other family members, maybe work, relationships with your friends, whatever it may be, it sometimes can get to you. And it's just like, you have to have the right support system, not only your family, but reach out to somebody. You need help, and
never give up, reach out.
Knowing that you have resources is a huge thing too, like, you know, through your insurance company, or just like, my kids go to Young Life, and, you know, just having, like, for them, Young Life was their resource and their savior for, you know, some stuff that they were going through my kids when their dads passed. And it's like, so there's so many different resources out there. It doesn't have to be a therapist,
right?
It doesn't have to be your best friend, but there are just getting to know what resources are out there, I think, is a big thing that people need to understand, is that it's not,
and not
just
being afraid
to a doctor.
And not being afraid to talk about them. Thank you so much, Samantha, for being vulnerable.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cry.
No, I think that, you know, people like to see, you know, that real people with good jobs, families, you know, that we get to this point, because a lot of times when they're alone at home, they feel like they're the only ones there. So thank you for being vulnerable. Thank you for sharing. Congratulations on your nomination.